3, 2, 1.
So I am doing an overhaul, an update to my studio space, and I wanted to capture some before photos of me in the space, thinking about a post in the future of showing it what it looked like kind of in process, and then to show the reveal of the new space. So this is how I'm doing this. Here is my setup of my space. I just have a simple tripod with a phone clip, and I had this space where I was going to stand pretty clear. You could pile stuff up if you wanted to, but I did some test shots. Things were kind of calling out to me that I needed to move. So move things aside, made for a clearer shot, but this is the simple setup. So for this image, I am going to use a self-timer app that I'll share, and then I will go into Snapseed, which is another free app to do the edit, but this is all on my iPhone. I'm going to capture the shot that I need, make sure everything looks good in the space, and then show you the results.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we are in Snapseed. I have chosen the image from my camera roll. The first thing I typically always do is make sure that my image is straight. So we can click on the crop tool and you can move it from side to side. I'm just going to change it ever so slightly. That looks good. I'm going to hit the check mark in the lower right hand corner. Depending on how you're shooting, you might have to white balance. That would be the next thing that I would do. And you can go to your tools, which is in the lower right hand corner, and then look for white balance. And you can do auto white balance, which is the little A on the left hand side, or you can adjust the warmth and coolness of your space. This looks pretty good because I'm using a LED light here for my lighting, and I have all the lights off in my room so it doesn't cast any other light. So this looks good. I'm going to X out. So I'm going to go back to my favorites section, and these, honestly, I'm going to go to adjust, and I'm going to play with brightness to see if I want to change, if I want to make it brighter, maybe just a little bit, and then I'll hit check mark. Then I will also you can also use the select tool, which is in the middle here, that little circle, and I could maybe this section, I just tap on that part of the wall, and there I can adjust the brightness, the darkness. I can kind of even it out if I wanted to, but this looks pretty environmental. That looks great. For the cropping, I kept it, so if I go back into cropping, you could crop in if you'd like to, if you need to. I'm actually going to keep it at this orientation because how I have it now is I have a great amount of space above. So if I use this as a reel or a post, I have space above my head that I could put some text overlay, or if I'm speaking in the post, I could have my captions running there. So I'm going to keep this as is, but know that under crop, you could adjust it there. Okay, overall, I think we're good to go. I'm going to upper right hand corner, I'm going to click on the download. Here's a pro tip. I always save a copy. It's the second option. I always maintain the original just in case I want to edit it in the future. Save a copy. That now goes to my camera roll and I'm ready to use it. Now that I have that image edited and ready to go, here are some ways I can use it. First, it could just be a single image post, building anticipation on something coming new to the studio, or I've decided to change up the studio so then people will anticipate when it is changed. I could also create a reel, so that could be like a before photo, and I could create an after photo. I'm always sharing in stories, so then most of my followers that are going through stories will see that post come through. But this is all something fun. It's not my day-to-day of being out on photo shoots as a brand photographer and videographer, but it's something personal in my studio space. Since I work with makers, artists, and designers, we all have studio spaces. We all want to refresh from time to time. And so this is just relatable content that I'm creating. And I want people to get comfortable getting in front of the camera so people can see you in your space. All right, let me know if this was helpful. Add some comments below. Happy to help. Who's gonna capture themselves in their studio space today? All right, I'm going to leave a link to my last video, which talks about content if you're heading out to a market, a fair, a gallery, or an expo, and what type of content to capture there. I'll see you there.